Buenos días, Sparrows. Let's go into correct our work of yesterday. Yesterday we were ordering different lengths from shortest to longest. So if you get a pen, you can correct them with me. Right, let me see. Your answer should be the first one. You had 91 centimeters, 45 centimeters, 19 centimeters, and 54. So you should have 19 centimeters, shortest. Then you should have 45 centimeters. Then you should have 54 centimeters. And the last one, you should have 91 centimeters. Okay? The next one, you had 27 meters, 60 meters, 16 meters, and 61 meters. All of them are meters. So, let's going to look at the digits. Let's going to look at the numbers. You should start with 16 meters. Then you should have 27 meters. Then you should have 60 meters. And the last one, 61. Okay? Right, let's going to do our next one. You have 30 centimeters, 3 meters. 13 meters and 31 centimeters. Again, there are mixing centimeters, meters. So what is normally shortest? Centimeters or meters? Centimeters. So I'm going to be looking at my centimeters first because none of them is over 100. So none of them is meters. So let's going to go for it. You should have, whoopsie, 30 centimeters. 31 centimeters, and then we go to meters, 3 meters, and 13 meters. Okay, and the last one, you had 99 centimeters, 1 meter, 99 meters, and 1 centimeters. Again, mixing centimeters and meters. So I know that if it doesn't go over 100, my centimeters are shorter. So let's do it. You should have 1 centimeter, 99 centimeters, 1 meter, and 99 meters. Okay, super. So if you can tick it, hopefully you can follow tick, all of them correct. Let's going to do our lesson of today really quick, a really quick one, I promise. Today, you are going to learn something new. We were learning, let me see if I can find my bottle. We were learning to measure, look Isabel, I've drunk already loads, hope you're drinking as well. We were learning to measure how long is something. Now, what about how high, how tall? So you can measure the length and the height. Okay, how high is something. So the length is in horizontal. We did in geometry, we did horizontal lines and vertical lines. So if you measure the length, you're measuring how long, but then if you're measuring the height, you're measuring how high, how tall is something, okay? So for example, this, my rubber, I can see how long. Now, this is going to be, I think that today on your security, have a good look. When I measure, I need to make sure that I start right on the first line, okay? On the first line of the 0. So I'm measuring how long is my rubber, and then you can measure how high. Again, make sure that it's right on my line, okay? In there. And I can measure how high, how tall is something. Let's going to get this book. Can you, oh no, you cannot see that book. Let me show you this book then. if I have a book like this and it's standing, you can measure how long is and how tall. Okay, but remember, make sure that you are starting on the line so you can see where it finishes in what line. Okay, that one is 23 centimeters. Okay, so that's your work today. You are just going to try to measure different heights, how tall is objects. So remember, the height of something, how tall. You can try to measure yourself as well. And you can do the length, how long, okay? So on this whiteboard, if I measure this whiteboard, now this whiteboard is quite big. I don't think that it goes to 1 meter underneath, because I think that I can stand more than that. I can do a bigger space, a bigger jump. So I start on my line of 0 centimeters, see, it's 60 centimeters, the length, centimeters long. What about tall? It is 90 centimeters tall, so the height is 90. Now, to estimate, if you don't have a ruler, to estimate, you just need to have a good think of, because that's going to be tomorrow's lesson. There is no video for tomorrow's lesson. That's going to be, more or less, if you open your fingers, have a look if you have a ruler, more or less this is 10 centimeters. So just think 10, then 20, 30, 40, 50. So you can estimate more or less around 50. And then we actually saw that it was 60. So it's just an estimate, 50, 60 close. What about there? We said 90, and then we know that more or less this is 10. Yeah? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Again, similar, okay? Because you're missing centimeters every time. What about this? What do you think that this is going to be? I will say that if this more or less is 10, it can be 13 probably. Yeah? Let's see. I start on my line of 0, right there on my line, and it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, okay? So that's a way of estimate, more or less, how more or less you need to be close. One thing is that you say it's 15 and then you said it's 20 something, it's 28. So that's not really good estimation, all right? But like with 10 different, 9, few centimeters, okay? Right, so that's going to be your work tomorrow. Today you need to use a ruler if you have and try to measure the height, how tall objects are. Remember, unsecure it. Remember that we need to make sure that when we are measuring, if I'm measuring this phone, when I'm measuring, I'm putting it right on my 0 line, okay? So you will be putting it there, and then it will be up to nearly 13 centimeters. Right, so that's your work today. Have a go, and then tomorrow you will have a video because it's just estimate. Today you measure it, tomorrow you estimate, okay? Adios!